All right, we are here live, Barstool Units, episode 56. I'm Coach Doug's. With me, as always, Frank the Tank Fleming. Frank, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Survived another journey through the homeless shelter that's disguised as a train terminal, Penn Station in Newark.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's it's not good, Frank. It's not good. Um it makes me
You
not
know,
want
I
to
would
go to
say it was.
the station.
It really does. It really does. It's. I mean, it's getting worse too.
Yeah. Well, we went today, as we do every day, every weekday to get to the office. We're 15 minutes early for the train, which is a good thing. We were early for the train. You want to sit down? I didn't mind. It wasn't too bad outside, but you want to sit down, so we go inside. And
I I would want to sit down outside. You don't have any benches outside.
yeah, and it's people sleeping. It's people sleeping on the benches. There was a little bit of room where I could have sat down. Even then, if I could have sat down in that space, I would have had this guy's feet near my lap, this guy's head to my near my lap. The guy, one of the guys, actually sits up, and I'm like, oh, he's going to sit up so that I can sit down. And he grabbed his shoes and then laid back down and put his shoes, used them as a pillow, and took up more space and stretched out. He was making sure that I didn't sit down, and
Yeah,
it really is. Like I said earlier, it's not a like I told you at the train station. It's not a train station. It's a homeless shelter that trains happen to run through.
I was sitting there, and the guy like he was in his own bed, like stretched. And it was like his shoes are like pressing against me. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
this lady's like yelling at the guy, "I'm gonna fuck you up! I'm gonna fuck you up! Get out of my way! I'm gonna fuck you up! I ain't gonna be. I'm not doing this shit anymore." I mean, uh,
yeah,
we got blind people who are clearly not blind. The guy's getting $1. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, thank you, my sister. Help
yeah,
the blind. Help the blind. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretending to be blind, and everyone knows it.
yeah. And it's what are you gonna do? That's the question. It seems like nothing
It,
is the answer.
I mean, it really is bad. It's bad. They don't have enough. They don't have any outdoor seating. They just had this one little area where it just and just the filth of the place. It's the elevators of urine, the broken escalators.
Yeah,
The place
the
looks like it hasn't been. The place hasn't looks like it hasn't been cleaned in decades.
yeah,
Not weeks, not months, decades.
the elevators at Newark Penn Station have convinced me that if you put enough liquid on a metal, it will absorb that smell because the elevators smell like piss every day. And sometimes it's a mix of chlorine and piss, but it's definitely piss. And maybe it's just new piss every day, but it's bad. It's bad.
I mean, it's depressingly bad.
And every time I think about when I see stuff like that, I think about the images and the old pictures of New York Penn Station that they tore down to put up Madison Square Garden. And I think what a
Yes.
travesty that was. Like
I
I'm not some
mean,
I don't look at the Mona Lisa and go, oh, we must protect this for like I'm not some art guy. But when you see like the architecture and everything that was at New York Penn Station, it's like looking at it's like looking at the Coliseum. You just see it and
I
you're like, that's
mean, I mean, Grand Central Station still has that architecture and reverence and ambiance to it. That's pretty good. I mean, it's a train station, but at least there's something that you feel you could go through and experience something, see something nice, and nothing's maintained. It's filth, and they're trying to fix New York Penn Station now. They took over the old mail sorting facility, which still has the postman's creed written on the building. Neither dark gloom of night or rain, neither rain nor snow or gloom of night can stop the postman from his appointed rounds.
Yeah,
That's still actually on the building.
unless he's stealing baseball cards.
Yeah, well, the U.S. Postal Service has, much like Newark Penn Station, crumbled into just terribleness.
Yeah,
And yesterday there was a track issue, so the train that usually takes 20 minutes from Penn Station to where we live took like 40 minutes, and it was stuck there for 20 minutes, and the train was crowded, and then stopped short, and I saw a couple people literally almost just like fall over like dominoes. It would have been, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
the herky jerkiness of the light rail at times is ridiculous.
yeah. The conductor, I imagine the conductor or the engineer, whatever you want to call the person operating the light rail car, made sure to come on the PA system and tell us multiple times that the reason we were being held up is because they were only using one track. They were only using one track for the light rail. I don't know what he thought that would accomplish. That doesn't that doesn't alleviate any stress or frustration of why we're being held up. It's not about like you're not, there's not like, oh, hey, a car derailed or something like that. It's a matter of, hey, we're using one lane. Okay, that's just a factual statement that how you're operating today. That doesn't fix the situation. So I don't know what
Yeah,
they expect.
and when you go before you in the underground portion of the Newark Light Rail, you might as well be in a tunnel, like buried 9,000 feet underground, because your cell phone and your Wi-Fi will not work.
No, no, which is
Now,
frustrating
when
for your ticket and you have a ticket, but you're trying to show them your
yeah,
ticket, you can't access the ticket.
which is I mean, I've said that New Jersey Transit is the absolute worst. This is why it's the absolute worst. It's just, meanwhile, they got this guy who is a friend of the governor, appointed to oversee it and fix it, and all he does is collect his six-figure salary, and he just fucking sucks.
Yeah. Part of me in the back of my head, part of me always asks myself, is this has it really gotten bad? Because I didn't know it beforehand. So do I have in my head some, fantasy of what some royal outlook of what it used to be, even though it wasn't like that. Uh, um, was Penn Station at Newark Penn Station? Was it ever good? Was it ever nice?
Before I was born, maybe.
Fair enough.
They actually have, and you ever notice that the windows of Penn Station, and like some of the windows actually look like they're on the fucking. They took them from the fucking Death Star.
No, I don't. What do you mean?
They
Like,
have that
like,
circular window, or more like Hoft also had that. Not Hoft. Cloud City had that round window.
oh, you just talking about a round window?
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean I just. I mean, it has good architecture in some places that just really needs to be. I don't even think they could actually fix it. I mean, the best thing they could probably do at Penn Station is tear the fucking thing down and just have the trains run through fucking Harrison.
yeah. I mean, at a certain point, you do get to the point of no return where, at a certain point, you're just trying to maintain it.
I mean, the McDonald's. It just. And they keep saying that we're going to fix it, we're going to fix it, we're going to fix it, and they don't fix it. They never fix it. The
They're
money
gonna
ends up
fix the McDonald's.
going. What?
They're gonna fix the McDonald's. What's wrong with
I mean,
McDonald's?
it looks like it's a McDonald's that's like that's like in a prison.
I mean, it is at Newark Penn Station. I,
You know,
I,
I
I
think I
Go
think
ahead.
there are actually prisons in the United States of America that are cleaner and better than Newark Penn Station.
Yeah, that might be. I am fascinated that there is a dry cleaners inside Penn Station. I understand it's a train station, and maybe if somebody's traveling, or they have like a delay if they're on the Amtrak or something, and maybe somebody does need dry cleaners or a tailor. I
Maybe
just
there are people that
don't.
maybe there are people that work at Wall Street. You do have the Penn Station there, or not the PATH also there,
Yeah,
so they could drop their clothes off at the dry cleaners on the way to working down in the financial district.
you think someone who works in the financial district in New York City is riding the train through Newark Penn Station and decides, hey, this is where I want to leave my dry cleaning.
Well, it could be an old dry cleaner that was there when Newark Penn Station wasn't such a shithole.
Yeah, and that's a possibility. That's a possibility. But the fact that it's still there and open, I I don't know. I'm curious as to who goes in there now, who actually. Uh,
I mean, the bottom line is Newark Penn Station. I would say it's like it is like a third world country, but I think third world countries actually have better train stations than Newark.
it's a possibility. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. But yeah, so that's our commute, our weekly rant about New Jersey Transit. Frank,
I mean,
a lot of other stuff
when
happened this
I
week.
when I said Newark and that no New Jersey Transit's the absolute worst, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. But a lot of other stuff happened. I think we can say who else, as a person, is the absolute worst, at least this week. Will Smith.
Do you remember when NBC had that TV show, The Slap?
I remember the trailer for it, or like the video. I remember the video that they used to advertise it. I never watched the show, and I don't think
I don't think anybody watched the show. The only thing
yeah,
people remember is that is, is the video advertised the show.
yeah. He hit our kid.
That
Why yeah, it was star studded. They had a lot of stars on the show. They thought it was really going to be something.
that's basically what the Will Smith Chris Rock thing is, and everyone. It was a moment that actually like. Did you actually even know the Oscars was Sunday?
I did only because I saw it in like the Chiron of the NASCAR or Formula. It might have been in the Formula One racetrack. I think they had it on the Chiron there that said Oscars tonight at 8. Other than that,
I
I would not known it was that day. I did
I
hear
don't
about it.
even I don't even really know who was nominated. I haven't been into the Oscars forever. You know, I never really been into the Oscars. But you know, it used to be that the Oscars were like the Oscars. This is the biggest night of the year in Hollywood, and everyone was interested. Everyone was talking about it. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody's been talking about the Oscars for years. They always talked. I mean, they had a host for the first time in a couple of years this year, and nobody really cared about who the host was, and nobody cares about that. Nothing was happening until Will Smith stepped up and smacked Chris Rock upside the head, and now everyone's acting like that's like he shot him.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely the people. I believe Judd Apatow tweeted out like he could have killed him. It's like there. I mean, listen, if you get punched the wrong way and you fall down and hit your head, especially if you're older, you can definitely die from getting punched. A smack to the face, I don't think so.
You know, I can understand people being outraged if Will Smith would have hit him again, or like physically did more than just slap him. I mean, my
Yeah.
first instinct was that it was a fake, but looking at how Will Smith was like uh, cursing at him, it probably was real. But then again, he just won the Oscar for the best actor, so.
See, but that's so we can't judge whether it was real or not off of Will Smith because he hadn't won it at the time, but because he is an actor and he is about to win, or at least he's nominated at that point for Best Actor, you have to think, okay, well, he's a great actor, so you can't really trust that. So what we're left with is how Chris Rock acted in it, how he handled the situation, and watching Chris Rock's reaction, even without what they cut out, where you can only see it on Australia or Japanese TV, where Will Smith is yelling, "Keep my wife's name out of your mouth." We have to look at Chris Rock's reaction. Chris Rock, great comedian, not a great actor. He's a fine actor. I mean, you watch his movies, and he's fine. It's funny and everything. He's not supposed to be, an Oscar performing actor, but that is the exact reaction that I would have if I was smacked in the face by someone who I thought was my friend for 20 plus years. We're at an award show on national television. Hundreds of people are watching, and Will Smith is approaching you. I I see myself reacting the same way. I wouldn't get on guard or try to defend myself because he's Will Smith approaching me on the Oscar stage. And then wow, what? Like he was dumbfounded. That's
You
exactly
know,
how
you, you know who's going to end up being a big winner of this is Chris Rock.
yeah, because he could have easily, there's so many takes on this, but
He's
man, he hasn't
he's
come out.
gonna
He
he's
hasn't come
gonna
out.
have he's gonna have material for his next stand-up routine. They said that he has like a show coming up soon. They sold a lot more tickets after the slap incidents.
Yeah, because
So
I mean,
people,
I'm sure he's going to have some takes on it. I hope. I mean, I think the comedian in him will definitely talk about it. I mean, coming from a comedic standpoint, I definitely think he would talk about it in his act. But then you also have to think, they are friends, or at least they were friends. Who knows if who knows if he'll want to, talk about it.
I mean, he chose not to press charges. He could have.
Well, of
So
course, yeah, that
Chris,
would
so
be,
so so Chris Rock actually is kind of showing himself to be the bigger man.
yeah.
And
I think,
uh, and the crazy thing is this: is the Oscars are meeting today and could strip Will Smith of the award and ban him from future ceremonies.
yeah, that would be the silliest thing. I,
Meanwhile, a couple few years ago, they had the Roman Polanski Lifetime Achievement Award and the
yeah,
Kevin Spacey.
yeah. The Academy Awards will basically turn into the Baseball Hall of Fame, where everyone says, "Listen, he's a great performer, but let's look into his personal life. Let's see where he's not so moral. That's what it would turn into. It would be stupid of them to take the award from him. However, Will Smith's apology. Will Smith has since apologized, which I believe him. It's an apology saying, "Hey, listen, I overreacted. I apologize to Chris. I apologize to the Academy." Obviously, that's probably a publicist writing that because they're meeting today, and maybe they decide he's not maybe not take this award, but you know Trevor Noah didn't want Kanye at the Academy Awards because he thought he might do something silly or stupid. And then you have Will Smith. So I mean, if Will Smith can't get through an award show without physically assaulting someone, maybe they just shouldn't have the Academy Awards.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're just a generation that just really sucks. Do you ever see? You ever? Yeah, I'm sure you know Don Rickles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There was
as,
nobody worse than Don Rickles.
as a comic, you obviously, you watch all the YouTube videos of, past comedians that I didn't have a chance growing up. I didn't have a chance to see him, but because his heyday was really in the 70s and 80s. But yeah, growing up watching him, that he was amazing and everybody loved him because they knew that what he was saying was never coming from a place of anger or hate or antagonizing anything. They were all jokes. And there is a difference between a a joke that hurts and a hurtful joke. There's a difference between now, and I will say this: the Chris Rock joke wasn't funny, so that's where it's kind of like if the Chris Rock joke was funny or timely, I think a lot of people younger than me. I mean, I was born in '88. I remember GI Jane, but only because I think I might have been 10 or 12 maybe when that came out, and it was like, oh, Demi Moore cut off her hair for this role. Other than that, I mean, I don't think anyone under 25 even knows about GI Jane or gets the joke. So the joke wasn't even that. If the joke was great, and then Will Smith overreacted, I think we'd have a whole other story. But it wasn't really that funny. But still, it doesn't matter how unfunny it is. It
And
obviously wasn't coming from a place of hate.
and supposedly Will Smith wasn't himself that offended, but he looked at Jada's reaction, and
Yeah,
that's what set him off.
yeah, and that's a whole other thing where it's Will Smith was laughing at the joke, and then he turns and Jada's not laughing, and then all of a sudden it's a problem. Yeah,
This was Will Smith took the L on this one.
he really did, and I don't think they should take the award away. I don't think they'll take the award
No,
away.
they shouldn't take the award away. If they do, the Oscars is just shut down the Oscars.
Yeah,
I mean, you could reprimand him, maybe that you won't have that he'll be suspended. He can't go to the ceremony next year. But other
it
than that, that's just ridiculous.
it was surprising because I saw a video of someone took a video from inside, the studio that after the event occurred when they went to commercial, Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry both came up to like console Will Smith and talk to him, and I think Bradley Cooper even came over to him and to talk to him and hug him and everything. Excuse me. And I thought that was strange. I thought that was strange that basically Chris Rock was just assaulted, and everybody's walking over to Will Smith to see how he's feeling. And they didn't send security. They didn't take it. They didn't take Will Smith out. They didn't do anything. I don't. I don't.
I
Again,
I
I don't
think
know.
Denzel. I think mainly Denzel and the other guys went over there mainly to just tell Will Smith, hey, chill out.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know the conversation they had. We do know that Denzel told Will, when you're at your highest, that's when the devil comes for you, which is fair. He was about to win an Academy Award for Best Actor, which I believe is his first Academy Award. But again, you just can't do that, and it was just not a good look for Will Smith. And I feel bad for. I don't know if I feel bad for, but the Williams sisters. This wasn't just Will Smith winning an Academy Award. Like he was winning an Academy Award for portraying their father and in attendance. And here's this guy giving a speech about being a vessel for love. 30 minutes prior, he was smacking somebody because he didn't like the words that he was saying. So, and the people that say he had it coming, and you don't talk about somebody else's wife, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy if you think
Chris
that it's
Rock
okay.
is a, Chris Rock is a comedian. Sometimes he steps over the line. Uh, you
Yeah,
know,
you have to take it in context. You're at an award show. He said a joke on TV in front of, again, hundreds of viewers. That's what it is. But yeah, Will Smith, he might have. Here's my thing: Will Smith after the Academy Award, and I get it. You want to party and everything. You just won the Academy Award, but you can't go out partying, celebrating, dancing, rapping to your song, while holding the or excuse me, the Academy Award, and then the next day write an apology letter of like how you're sorry. It's like, wait, what happened right after the fact? You're only sorry now. You know what changed? What changed? Why are you sorry? And again, I'm sure he regrets that it happened. I'm sure if he could take it back, he probably would have, just because of all the issues it's caused. People will never forget that Will Smith won an Academy Award.
Nope.
Unfortunately, it's that they'll never forget it because it's the night he slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah,
That will
everyone talks about
always be
moments
remembered.
at the Oscars. You had the moment where they gave out the wrong Oscar, where the envelope was
Yeah, La La
they
Land.
fucked up. Yeah, they
Yeah,
fucked that up. But it's the bloopers that always end up to one. I remember it was like in the '70s. Someone was giving out an award and a streaker went running by, and they show it like every year. And this clip is going to be one of those things they show every year.
yeah. And so, I'm sure Will Smith is apologetic for that reason. I'm sure
And
he's
it's
upset.
going and it's going to be a meme. Someone said that it's gonna retire the Batman Robin slapping meme.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's Will Smith is losing on all accounts in this matter, all accounts, and not even to get into his familial situation, his marital situation, whether or not. Again, and it's been said so many times now, but the idea that he's that defensive of his wife who wants an open marriage, even though he doesn't. It is succession. It's succession. She wants an open marriage. He clearly doesn't want an open marriage, and yet he is defending her, and everyone is just looking out like, why this? So you don't mind her going out and sleeping with other guys, but heaven forbid make a bad joke about her hair, and all of a sudden it's a problem. Get over it. And also,
Is she
listen,
sleeping with other guys, or is she?
yes,
Uh, oh, yes. I
yes,
thought she might have been bisexual.
no, she might be. I don't know, but she is. She has sexual relations with other men. It's an open. She wants an open marriage, and Will Smith is. I think Will Smith plays it off. I think Will Smith says, hey, we each do what we want to do, but you can tell it bothers him. So
Poor
yeah,
Will. Poor Will.
I don't know. We'll see how Chris Rock responds. I'm interested to see if, obviously, if he talks about it, he's going to make it funny. But I'm curious to see if he talks about it at all. He might want to just let it go, because Will Smith is his friend. We'll see if Chris Rock is more of a comedian or more of a friend towards Will Smith. But like I said, nobody. I think Will Smith is apologetic for two reasons. One, the Academy is actually meeting. When the Academy tweeted that out that they were meeting to like talk things, they were like launching an investigation. It's like, what do you mean launching an investigation? Like it was live. It happened live. Everybody knows exactly what happened. What are you investigating? That's like watching somebody go out in the middle of the street and shoot somebody and it's like, oh well, we got to investigate this. Like, no, you just saw it happen. What are you talking about? But again, so he's apologetic because they're launching an investigation, and also because this overshadows his Academy Award, his first, and maybe his only.
This actually might even cost him some roles too.
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe. I mean, you never know. I mean, the way it's going, he now Will Smith is known as a person who will assault somebody who says something he doesn't like. That's when you take it down to what it is. Will Smith became outraged that his wife was upset that somebody made a joke. I mean, if he has the capability of now getting mad and physically assaulting someone, like that is what people might see him as. So maybe it will, maybe other, I don't know, maybe other actors or other people in the film don't want to work with him. We'll see. But like I said, I think that's why he's apologetic. They completely overshadowed him winning an award, and but we'll see how Chris Rock responds.
Well, one
Speaking
thing
of,
that also happened.
yeah, go ahead.
One thing that also happened that was overshadowed on Sunday was midnight came for the St. Peter's Peacocks.
Yeah, yeah, it was sad. Everybody kind of knew it was happening. Um, I think um, a lot of people had they were like plus 8.5 against
Yeah,
UNC. So a lot of people knew it wasn't going to be close.
I would have liked to at least down to halftime, or if they would have faded down the stretch of the second half. I mean, the North Carolina didn't even really play hard in the second half, and the game was over when North Carolina began on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, well, and that's the whole thing. With St. Peter's, the way they play from the front, and so if they're leading or if they're not down by too much, they can hold on. As soon as UNC took a bigger lead, I think it was difficult for St. Peter's to come back from that.
I mean, the shots weren't falling. North Carolina was successfully able to spread them out. I mean, Purdue has an immense amount of talent. The fact that Purdue lost that game might have been one of the worst coaching performances ever by Matt Painter and Shaheen Holloway. Well, the rumor is he's supposed to be finalizing a deal to go to Seton Hall. I mean, I think if he has the resources that a Seton Hall could have, you might be seeing him in a Final Four one day.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a perfect story for him. He's a Jersey guy. He went to Seton Hall, so he's an alumnus. And
Don't call him a Jersey guy.
no,
No,
does he not live in Jersey?
he might live in New Jersey now, but he said that someone said that to him. He didn't like it. He's a New Yorker. He is from
Oh,
Queens.
oh, well, there you go. I meant Jersey guy in the sense that he's currently coaching at St. Peter's,
Yes.
so he's in. He's not going to have to move. Like it's an easy transition for him. He has a
Yeah.
family, he has a wife and kids. Hey, I've got a job where I have
Mhm.
a new coaching position at a new school where I'm going to have a lot of money and a lot of talent,
And
and you
he
don't have
he
to
has
move.
been an assistant. He has been an assistant at Seton Hall. He's a Seton Hall alumnus, so he knows the Seton Hall program very well. He's perfect. He's just a perfect replacement for the overrated Kevin Willard, who, despite all he's done for Seton Hall, won just one tournament game.
Yeah,
And Maryland, good luck. He might be able to get you into the tournament, but he doesn't win tournament games, and it, he just didn't seem for all the Kevin Willard did, he just didn't. He never got them over the next hump. And if Shaheen Holloway is the next coach of Seton Hall, I think he's actually going to be more successful than Willard.
well, I mean, he has more tournament wins, doesn't he?
Yes, he has three. Willard has one.
He has more tournament wins with St. Peter's.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it'll be an easy transition for him. And yeah, you were kind of upset that your coach was going to Maryland. Seemed before the season was even over with. It seemed like, but
Oh,
I think the pieces are falling into place for you to have a good Seton
yeah,
Hall team.
yeah. Willard, the Willard and Seton Hall looked like they did not want to be there, as they were just absolutely demolished by TCU.
Yeah. Well, I
They
mean,
just he didn't look like he didn't want to be there.
yeah. We watched quite a few games during the regular season, and they had their faults. It's not like it was a huge fall or anything.
No, they were what they were. They were an 8-9 seed. They were an 8-9 seed all season. If they would have been a little bit better in the regular season, they could have gotten maybe a 6 seed, a 5 seed. I mean, they had the talent to be a Sweet 16 team, not much better than that. I mean, but you got to build off that, and he just couldn't get this team to even the Sweet 16, and that's the best major disappointment.
Yeah.
I mean, we got
Well,
the Final Four coming up this week, the Coach K Invitational, and I mean, the Final Four, as bad as the Elite Eight was, I think we have a Final Four that could potentially be historic. I mean, Duke versus North Carolina. This would be like Michigan and Ohio State playing in football for like in the semifinals.
yeah. Yeah. It's
It's
going to be a
the
big game. And I think we're all Tar Heels this season.
well, look at the color I'm wearing.
There you go. It's a beautiful blue. Beautiful blue. Yeah. It's if he wins, everything's just perfectly written out for him right now. If he wins, if he beats UNC to get to get the final, then that kind of negates the loss he had at home for his final home game of the regular season.
Oh, yep. And if you look at the other semifinal, Villanova has the odds stacked against them.
Yeah, Kansas is
They're
good.
not a deep, and not a deep team, and they lost one of their best players to an Achilles injury.
Yeah, yeah. That's a question of I think they're left with five guys pretty much.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know how many starters they have on the bench.
they don't have a deep bench at all.
Yeah, so might be an easy route for Kansas, but the UNC Duke game, either way, it'll be a good game. We'll probably be watching it in the office here.
Yep.
All right, and then but so we'll be watching that in the office. But there's next month. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of
Yeah, we're heading
stuff.
down to Washington. We're heading down to Washington next week. We're going to be going to the season opener, Mets Nationals. Uh, I think I'm going to. We're also going to try to see the sites. We're going to go down like the day before, do a little raw dogging, see some of the sites. Go to the opener, see some of the sites. Go to see Scherzer's debut, and then get back up on Sunday and go try to see 3 games, see the sites. Raw dogging in the nation's capital. It's the
Yeah,
trip I've always wanted to make.
there you go. Yeah, we talked. I think we talked about it like a year ago. Going to DC and doing a little DC trip. It works out that the Mets are going to be there for their opening weekend.
Yes.
So, well, what are you looking forward to seeing? So, obviously, we're going to see Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument. What else are we going to see?
Some of the Smithsonian's, we're going to try to see that. I went to
Yeah,
the Air and Space Museum in 1989.
yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. I'm excited. I've been to DC a couple times, but never just to go actually visit historical things. So, I'm excited to go to that. And then we've got it's as soon as you get the Mets bobblehead calendar, then we'll be able to schedule everything else. But um,
Well, I got the bobblehead calendar now through May.
through May. All right, good.
And there's
Because
one day in July and one day in August, which I've already blocked off.
all right, so now that we have that, we'll start to schedule our minor league tour. I definitely want to have Savannah Bananas. I think we could probably spend a week in the Northwoods League. I think we could because
That
they
sounds
play.
fun.
So I think a week through the Northwoods League, going through like the Chicago area, Madison, Wisconsin, all that. I think we can do a week trip there.
I think if we go there, the Milwaukee area,
Mhm.
we'll also see if we could get Brewers Twins in there too.
Oh yeah, and of course when we go to the Twins, they don't have large sodas.
Nope, have to get a you have to get to Minnesota.
Such a bad
And
thing.
speaking of soda, I've been loosely contacted by Sprecher
Oh yeah,
for a possible tour, of their soda facilities.
that'd be pretty cool.
They've sent me some sodas to review in the past.
And where are they located?
Wisconsin.
I mean, Frank, I think we can make this work.
And of course, we do have to, even though we won't be going to the opening game, we do have to get to Alabama for the
Oh yeah,
USFL.
got to go to a
You
USFL
know,
game in Birmingham.
I just wish they were all over. I wish they were actually in their location. I would love to go to a Generals game at Giant Stadium, or preferably, I think that they would be better off playing the games at the uh, Red Bulls Arena.
Yeah,
I mean, how many fans are they going to get for USFL games? 20,000?
probably about that.
Yeah, well,
It's
that's about what.
first week for sure. Probably less than that afterwards. But
That's it. I mean, 20,000, 16,000 in a 20,000 seat stadium looks better than 16,000 in a 70 and 80,000 seat stadium.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I understand why they're doing it all in Birmingham. It's the first season. Having it
Yeah.
in one place, it might not be great for the fourth team that plays on the field. For the fourth game that
Well,
week
there's going to be multiple locations.
in Birmingham.
Yeah, they actually have like two or three stadiums.
Oh, I thought they were only playing in one stadium.
No, I think they have. I think they have two stadiums.
Oh, okay,
I know they have Legion Field, and I think they have maybe like the campus of UAB.
okay. Does UAB not play there?
I don't think so. Let me see. Let me see the USFL schedule. I'm pretty sure they have two stadiums.
All right. It would be great if they did. I haven't heard that though.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure that they have two schedules. All right. Protective Stadium. Yeah, they have Protective Stadium.
Hmm.
Strange name for a stadium. Let me see. Yeah, but here it is. I said it. Two stadiums: Protective Stadium and Legion Field, which is the Iron Bowl. They used to play the Iron Bowl there every year. So yeah, there's two stadiums in Birmingham that they're going to be using.
Are those not the same?
No,
Okay. All right.
Legion
Good.
Field is where they traditionally played the Auburn Alabama game for years, and
Yeah,
Protective
the Iron
Stadium
Bowl.
is and Protective Stadium is actually a brand new stadium.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Well, good. So that'll be good. But yeah, we got minor league baseball, USFL, Washington trip. We've got who knows what we'll do this summer with a couple one offs. But yeah, a lot of stuff planned. Obviously, we're going to have our units mini golf putt
Yeah,
cup
yep.
tournament. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff planned, and we'll see you next time. This has been Barstool Units episode 56.
All right. See you next
All right,
week.
Frank? 56?
56, 56. See you next
56.
week.
All right, Frank. Well, take us out, Frank.
Well, we're getting close. March is ending, April's beginning. See you next week. And on the road again. Gee, I can't wait to get on the road again. Going many, many places this year. The units are gonna be on the road.